supply train out of manufacturer.
Where are you from, if you don't mind me asking?
Now, we can't have that, and the Emperor knows we could use those supplies for ourselves. So you're gonna get in there, secure
That,
the foot
I assume that's a psyker.
reinforcements to come take the goods off your hands, understand?
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because you can't divert the demon host aggro. So that's, yeah, so it is probably easier now. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm from Pennsylvania, like the Pittsburgh area. And a couple years ago, my wife and I moved to Michigan. That's where I live now. What is happening? Why is this taking time? I get 12 frames per second, please. Oh my god, it's... Okay, nice. Yeah, that's where I used to teach and coach boxing, was in PA. And then, believe it or not, I know you look at me and you're not going to believe what I'm about to say, but I worked really hard to get into the police academy in Pittsburgh. Spent like a year and a half going through the process, and then I did get in, and then I was in for like a week and I decided I didn't want to do it. Wasn't for me. And then we moved, and I shit you not, we moved in the beginning of the year, and then March, COVID and everything with George Floyd and stuff happened, and I was so glad that I decided against being a cop, man. It was kind of crazy. I felt like really bad that I changed, because I worked so hard to get in. It was really competitive. I did that and like try to get into the fire academy simultaneously, but I got into the police academy first. And I had a lot of like former cops and current cops like help me get in and put in good words for me. And I was like, actually, I don't want to do it. It felt terrible. But man, I was so glad I did it. Off to Arizona after Christmas. Nice. I've never been to Arizona. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but I've never been.
I admit, I've lost track of our location.
When did I take fucking a million damage? Dude, I have no frames. I need to upgrade my computer. You know what? It really is. And never did I learn, you know, like something faster than just even being in the academy. So I'm not even with, I mean, you're taught by cops, obviously, but like just being around like a lot of the, I just didn't want it. And I wasn't gonna pass the academy because because you have to take tests and all that stuff. Like once you're in, you're not guaranteed, obviously. You still have to like get through. And I just didn't give a fuck. I didn't study, it wasn't for me. Yeah, you know, they told me, not me specifically, but they told us our first year with overtime, we would make 6 figures. And that's insane and amazing, like what other jobs can that happen. But even them telling me that, I still was like, yeah, I don't want to do this. It just goes against everything in my blood, honestly.
Finally, justice for its victim.
For the longest time, my mentality was like, it's like joining a gang, and it really is. And I was like, but I want to be in the gang that's like gonna win. Like, if I'm gonna be in a gang, I want to be in that gang. But then it just like it wasn't me. And then to see how the world has shifted, rightfully so, in my opinion. How they've shifted to like just general. Okay, here, check this out. Productive. Boom, bitch. Oh, I killed him already. I killed him with the impact of the second grenade. That's crazy. Yeah. Good cop or not, like, it doesn't matter anymore. Also, I'll be honest with you, I would have been a corrupt, shitty cop. I would have turned into just a bitter asshole cop. It's like guaranteed to happen. The environment and the stuff that you're dealing with is too negative and shitty. And I am not that. My willpower isn't high enough to roll a nat 20 on not becoming a piece of shit. Plenty of people do it. The people that I know that are cops are amazing cops and aren't like, but I'm not that amazing, so I would have been a shitbag by like proxy. Taking bribes and fucking drugs and shit, you know, just like it just wasn't gonna be good. But at least I can admit that, you know, or whatever that's worth. Yeah, 100%. I'm glad I tried. I wouldn't have known if I didn't try. That's definitely one of the, like, if I hadn't done it, I would be like, oh, like, you know, regretful or thinking about how I wish I would have done things differently or whatever. So I'm glad I tried it. And if anything, I proved to myself that I could, like, achieve a goal like that. Because again, it wasn't easy to get in. Especially in a city like Pittsburgh where it's like super competitive. I think I beat out like 700 other candidates. And I was in a class of like 30. So like I got hit by that and I knew I was because I dodged backwards. Like I know I shouldn't into a wall and then I just ate 200 damage for no reason. But after I left the academy, I got a call from the fire academy and they're like, you've been accepted. And I was like, yeah, I'm cool. Obviously that's like pretty different, but it's also not that different, so I didn't do that either. Again, another job where you can make insane money and have a great career, but I just couldn't get into it anymore. But it felt good to go through all the testing, all the like the physical and you have to take written tests and physical tests. And what's great, so the one for the police is a joke. Weirdly enough. The one to become a firefighter is like really fucking, I mean, it's probably different city by city, but in general, the fire academy physical test was significantly more difficult. Honestly, the written test too, but there is no like gender bias. So like the standard is the standard. And I'm all about that, but it's a pretty high standard. It was hard. I had to really train to get through that shit. It was cool though.
It's dead. Reckon we could eat it.
Okay, yeah, it's not easy. It is validating though.
You staring at me? Don't.
Felt pretty awesome about myself.
Into darkness.
Hideous mutie!
Written now.
The hound is double!
You can get access to the consignment yard through here. Put your data interrogators to work.
Ready back down. Your flames are not heresy.
Dude, this is when I like I said, boxing was like my life. So I spent 6 to 7 days at a gym because I worked there, but also like I would work out all the time, and I was like in really good shape. But even then, I still had to like train for specific events.
Duty is born better in
I couldn't run
silence
long
than
distance for shit
celebration.
though.
Silence.
I could like for the police academy, you had to do a 300-meter sprint in like less than a minute or something, and I think I did it in 40 seconds, which that's like not impressive on like a college athlete level, I'm sure, but for me, I was like, yo, that was fucking nuts. But in the police academy, you had to run like 2 miles. That shit was the hardest thing ever. And when I was in the military, you had to run 2 miles, and I just can't run long distance. Even though I could box and go 10 rounds, you know, and like I'd be exhausted, but like I could do it. Sprint or running long distances, or not even long, I guess, it's only 2 miles. Running an extended distance, past a mile, I'm like tapped out, bro. It's crazy. I don't understand. I think my lung capacity is fucked up because I had asthma when I was a kid, but... Yes. Whoa. What fucking happened there?
Most appreciated.
Sorry. I can't get that person without like jeopardizing myself here. We need to kill that fucking sniper.
Excessive force authorized.
Please. Thank you. Oh, it's not dead? Jesus Christ. Well, what's crazy too, I was in the army. I was a combat engineer. What's crazy though is like boxing, like cardio wise, I was good. Like I could blow and fucking go for, you know, the 3-minute round, 2-minute round, depending what we were doing. And then you have like 30 seconds to a minute, depending on how long the round is. As a break in between, I could like completely recoup myself within that 30 seconds to a minute, and I'd be good for another round. But if I have to run a consistent distance without a break like that, I just can't do it. So like I could sprint really well, and I love doing sprints, but like long distance I couldn't do. And thankfully, you know, a lot of people would disagree or think otherwise, but it didn't affect me. I don't know, I could just catch myself back up in the short amount of, in the round break and feel like fine after. I mean, obviously if you're doing like 7, 8, 9, 10 rounds or whatever, like you're getting diminishing returns on your breaks because you're just tired, but I definitely would feel like okay enough to keep going in between those breaks. But if it was like, we're doing this non-stop, I'm out. I can't do it. I have this beer sitting here, I need to finish it. But yeah, in Afghanistan I walked around with a literal mine detector looking for IEDs. Not the whole time, but for like the last half of my I'm stuck. And this guy's just fucking shooting me like an asshole.
Medicaid.
100%. I can understand that.
How old can a tech priest live, do you think?
I think that's the case for most people, honestly. I don't know why it was different for me, but it definitely was. I miss boxing. It was a lot of fun. I never competed. I never wanted to compete. But what I did instead was like train with all of our fighters, so probably was a terrible coach because I didn't have the insight of actually competing and fighting in a match. Like I didn't understand that side of it because I never did it. But I still like really enjoyed sparring and training and putting our fighters through their paces. And, basically like recreating different fighting styles to help them prep for a fight, or because we had like golden glove fighters and everything. In fact, one girl that I used to train with, one of our fighters, she's like, oh hello, getting ready to be in the Olympics. So we had some like prestigious motherfuckers, man. That was awesome. Really fun though. You know, honestly, like before I ever started, I always had wanted to box, like even when I was a kid. I just never had an opportunity. I couldn't afford to either, to be honest with you. I felt I was worried about the same shit, but like after getting hit, you also have a mouthpiece, but like after getting hit the first time, kind of got over it. I don't know, I just started to accept that I was gonna get hit and it didn't matter to me. I had a pretty good defense, so like I don't know, I just had a pretty decent chin. I never got knocked down or knocked out or anything. I've definitely been rocked. This is the hardest I've ever been hit. I was sparring with a dude who, when I used to box, I probably weighed like 175, 170. I was sparring with a dude who weighed like 220, which makes a significant difference in the ring. But this guy hit me with like a left hook, and he hit me so hard that I felt it on the opposite side of my face. It was fucking wild, dude. And the next day, like, the opposite side of my face hurt. Yeah. It's different with a glove and stuff too, though.
Focus on duty.
I've definitely
and we may
hit
prevail.
people like really hard where I've felt like their face through the glove and stuff on accident.
Train to holy work.
Or you just like get into a spar and like you're just like going in on each other and you just fucking jack somebody. Feel terrible afterwards, but
The Ranger is dead.
in a match, yeah. I mean, because your goal is to win, right? When you're sparring, generally no. I mean, there's what people call competitive sparring, which is basically like an exhibition match, if you will. But like in general, no. Now, a lot of the time, like you see those videos on Reddit and stuff of like people coming off the street and like being humbled by a boxing coach or something. Like that shit would happen. Yeah, you'd get people off the street who don't know what they're doing. And it wouldn't be like the same, like, hey, I just got here, put me in the ring. Like, no. Honestly, I think 99% of gyms, if you went in and were like, I want to fight, they'd be like, you're not, no, we're not doing that. It'd be like if you go to get a tattoo and you have no tattoos and you ask the tattoo artist to tattoo your face, 99% of shops are going to tell you no, because you don't have any other tattoos. So it's just like a self-respect thing. But we would have people who would join the gym and they'd be there for a couple months and they'd start sparring, and it'd be their first spar and they'd be anxious and nervous and not understand, and they would fucking be swinging on me as hard as they could, for sure. 100%. But I'll tell you also right now that nothing humbles somebody more than them hitting you as hard as they can and you not giving a shit. So I never like went the way of like, oh, you want to hit me real hard? Well, I'm going to hit you really hard back. Like, I didn't do that ever. And my coach, the owner of the gym, would like get frustrated with me. Because I'd be like, he'd be like, you need to humble this motherfucker. And I'd be like, I will, but I'm not going to like blast this dude out. That's not me. So I would just let him like smash on me and I'd not care. And then I'd like punk him and clown him. I would certainly hit them back, but I'm not like trying to knock the dude out. I was sparring with this woman one time and I punched her hard enough to knock her contact out. Shot out of her eyeball. I felt really bad, but it was really funny. Yeah, you would be like, nah, bro. You can join the gym and learn, but like, you're not getting in the ring. The like general rule of thumb for us was like, you had to be at the gym and active, you know, like you had to go through your paces for like 6 months before we would let you in the ring. It wasn't like, I've been boxing for 2 weeks, I want to spar now. Like, no. You're not, whether you believe it or not, you're not ready. No, don't feel silly. It's something you wouldn't think about, honestly. And again, that's why like people off the street would like go hard and be fucking swinging on me hard as shit, because you wouldn't think about it. So your train of thought for that is in line with the majority of people's thought process there. Yeah, like you're going in the ring, you're trying to hit each other. Yeah, so like, but like at the same time, it's really hard to teach and learn sorry, I gotta focus. We're gonna fail at the end. I cannot believe that. It's hilarious. There's a plague ogre. What the hell? Oh, you're here. Yep. Oh, the level 25, man. See that? Come on. And a 20. Come on. If I was playing my Psyker, I might. Okay, I'm not even gonna respond to that. Get the fuck out of here, dude.